Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and children. Pyrrhus of Epirus here, and welcome to Game 1 of the second Skrainian Cup. And here we have the Tor Sethai Jets playing at home at the Sunken Glen. I really like the kit on these guys. Like it does look proper American football. It's nice. So what's my team comp? It is a thrower, 4 catches, 1 blitzer. I raised a few eyebrows, and then lineman. I was playing against the mighty chieftain of ASMR, SkuffD, and his beautiful Nurgle team. Ugh. So I was really concerned going into this game because, as you know, you'll be aware, playing Blood Bowl, elves are a passing team, and Nurgle warriors and beasts of Nurgle make it much more difficult for you to pass. So if I just show you, these guys have what? So I have to play in order to see things. God's sake. Disturbing presence, subtract 1 from the d6 when they pass, intercept, or catch for each opposing player with disturbing presence that within 3 squares of them, even if they are prone or stunned. It's a riot bastard. So I've got the kick, so I'm going to set up. Takes me a bit of a while because I was working out the logistics, but I put my blitzer here. Now the reason I put my blitzer back is because he's got block sidestep. So sidestep means that if you're pushed, you choose the direction in which you are pushed. Okay, even if you go prone. So my play very much was going to depend on how he deployed his disturbing presence players. If he deployed them back, I'd probably go with the running play. The change in weather was quite good for me. If he plays like this, where he's got his guys in the front line, I'm going to try and get my catches in deep into his half and try for the passing play. So I made some space around the wings, so I'm going to start flooding his end zone. The fact that these guys are movement 8 is really good. That's just alignment. So yeah, I'm going to make a demi cage here. He hasn't got the movement to get around it, but it just stops him from causing too many problems. So I have to re-roll that, which is a bit of a shame. But I shove. It would be nice to have it down, but why did I push it there? Don't think it would have made a difference. Oh well. That's fine. So I tried to move that guy so that he was just on this guy. So the idea is I want to force these guys into blocking my men. Unfortunately he fell over, but he doesn't blitz, which is nice. He blocks with that guy. And I think in some ways the fact that he's moved this guy forward is quite good for me, because it means that this space isn't disturbing presence. That was quite unfortunate. He failed a few of those. So basically, like, the difference between, I think Scuff's used to play Minotaurs, the difference between a beast and a Minotaur is the Minotaur is a wild animal. So if he's blocking or blitzing, he only needs a 2+, whereas if he's doing anything else, he needs a 4. Really stupid, you need someone next to your guy. And then if you've got someone next to their guy, then they do anything on a 2+. But if they're on their own, they do anything on a 4+. So he's got guys on my players, on my catches, which is, you know, the right thing to do. And he's sort of caused a bit of problems there. He's obviously he's making life tricky for me here. He makes a push because the plan was to blitz this guy here. Obviously free up that guy, but that guy now can't really realistically get around. So I'm going to stand my guys up. And I'm going to go for my passing play. So this is a quick pass, so it's a 3+. He's got throw, so he re-rolls, and then I've got catch on that guy. Now, just quickly, the reason that guy is really good as a catch is because he's got nerves of steel. What that means is that he ignores enemy tackle zones when making the catch. That was a 2+ catch, even though the guy was next to him. And then in order to score, I've got no re-rolls. Well, basically, I had to re-roll to get this to work. I only need a push. I've got a 1 in 3 chance of going down. Make it a 1 in 9 with a re-roll. So really good odds. I shove him off. And then it's just a quick dash to the end with a 2+. And there you go. There's your 2-turn score. That is Elves in a nutshell. So now I've obviously got a 15-turn defense against Nurgle. May the fun begin. Okay, so I have 3 linemen on the front because I don't care if they die, and I think I've got, is it lineman and lineman? Yeah, so 5 linemen in the front, catches, sort of in the rear, thrower in the rear, blitzer here, because he's my only block player, so he's going to be the guy I'm going to want to go to if their ball carrier gets out of position. And he's gonna open a can of whoop-ass on me. That's not good. Yeah, having a guy knocked out is not great, but with 10 players, I can still defend. You know, it's not the end of the world. That's fine. So my big problem is that I've got no rerolls left. So even though my guys dodge on a 2+, a reroll is always nice. And one of the obstacles to an elf team is that they're quite expensive, which means that if you're going to play, I would suggest, a good elf team, you risk the 2 rerolls rather than 3. Because this team is just hella good. The obvious drawback is I have no rerolls now. So now, and that's a stun, so that's really not great. I mean, forcing the number of tackle zones is good. An interesting play might have been here, like forcing these guys to stay where they are. That could have been quite tricky for me. But yeah, he picks up the ball. He's got a lovely cage. Time to start trying for a defense. So I'm going to move the guys that I can move for free. Because, you know, it's a light screen at the moment. I'm going to try and use these guys to make a thicker screen. But unfortunately, he falls on his face. This is not great for me. This is not great for me at all. So he could have blitzed with that guy, but I think he wanted to like use that guy reactively, which is fine. I've got a lot of people on the floor. At this stage, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm probably going to end up with a 1-1 going into the second half, which is not ideal. So, yeah, he's got a nice set of bodies around the ball. I'm going to get guys up, start trying to cause some havoc. None of this is particularly ideal, but you know, we're gonna try and cause some problems. Just get bodies on his ball carrier, force him to, you know, have to respond to me. I failed my dodge. This is not looking great. I mean, a lot of his players are tied up, which is nice, and that's obviously really important. But yeah. Hey, sweetie. Sorry. So that's another KO, and that's my throw as well. That's not great. Okay. So he's getting quite close to the scoring line, but a lot of his players are tied up, so he's not going to be able to effectively defend. In theory. And that's a lot of my guys stunned, out of the game. I'm not happy, bunny. So, my turn. So I've got to get a 2-dice block on this guy. That guy's stunned, which is really unfortunate. So I've got to dodge out with this guy. It's 2+, so that's fine. And then blitz with this guy. And I get the knockdown, which is nice. Because now I can try and secure the ball. So, a bit fortuitous. That's that's Blood Bowl. That's how it rolls. I'm just going to try and block up his guys now. And if you think that the previous 2-3 turns, I've had early sort of turnovers, not the end of the world. Obviously that was quite unfortunate for him. So obviously, as you can see, I'm looking for this guy. I mean, I was maybe thinking like these guys might be able to do something, but none of those passes are ideal. Obviously, that's not great either. Now I can't really blitz, because if you blitz, you can't pass, so I'll have to dodge, which is fine. It's a 2+, but it's more dice roll. So I'm going to get my guys up. Okay, so I blitz him hopefully off the ball. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, just get more bodies on these guys, just make it harder for them to follow up. I'm going to run to here, that's a quick pass, -2. But I get the successes and off I go. So I think it was a 2+ and a 4+. It's not inconceivable. There you go. There's my pain. Yeah, so naturally he's going to reroll that. So yeah, I mean, this drive, I think, getting the score, I was at the mercy of Nuffle, as it were. You know, that's going to be a 3+ and 2+. But at the same time, I don't think he would have scored either. So, in that sense, I don't feel incredibly terrible about this. But this is a very desperate defense. Oh, sorry, on my part. Very desperate. But sometimes that's, you know, that's what you need in Blood Bowl, is a bit of fortune. Yay! I hurts him with my face. Yeah, so obviously that guy's going there, setting up for the fall over, and did I make it? Did I make it? Okay. Cool. So I've still got 2 guys knocked out. But he's got 2 turns on the half, so it's not terrible. So really, I've just got to keep my guys out of harm's way. Stun's fine. I think that's a go for it. Knocked on my ass. Okay. Flee! Flee for your lives. Yeah, I wanted nothing to do with that. Because he can't score this turn. This guy doesn't have the distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He goes light here. So, you know. Get my boys out. And follow my face. I need to get kicked in the face by a rotter. That is so brutal. Well, that was uncouth. So, yeah, what happens in a foul is they do just a straight, I think, armor roll if they beat it. Is it straight armor? So yeah, I think they do straight armor if they get through the injury rolls. So obviously, like, you know, they're fouling you, and obviously that can cause an injury. Now, if they roll a double, they get sent off. They're the fouling player, but obviously that didn't happen. So I'm down 2 players, which isn't ideal. I think he's down 1. So I'm going to set up my defense. And this, what you're going to see, is called an Elven defense. And when it works, it is, well, brutal. Maybe not for the reasons that you think, though. So obviously the advantage in this defense is I've got 2 rerolls that I didn't have last time, because obviously I used them to score. And I'm 2-0 up. I can afford to lose a touchdown, provided it doesn't happen too quickly. So my goal here is to slow him down as quickly as possible, as much as I can. Okay, so he's got the demi cage. Nice sort of gap here to protect himself, like nice front line. I'm going to start trying to build in a defense. Obviously, this is your Elven defense here, okay? So you're creating 2 depth of tackle zone to force your opponent to basically slow down. Do I just let him fall over? Yeah. The stun's nasty, obviously that impacts my ability to stun, but this basically it slows him down moving vertically down the pitch. Like, he'll have to move laterally now if he wants to move sort of any meaningful distance, which he starts to do. He's going to cage up, which makes sense. The fact that I've got 2 players next to his beast is pretty nasty, because it's got tentacles, which means that you have to, like, basically roll 2 dice and match your strength against its strength, and it's much stronger than you, so it makes it quite difficult for you to leave. I think the odds on it for like a strength 3 is like 42%, 40%, something like that, which is less than ideal. So as you can see, his progress is limited by this back line. So he can't move any further now without dodging, which he won't want to do because he's Nurgle. So I've got my reroll just in case, but basically I'm going to dodge my line out and I'm going to try and, you know, stop him from advancing. That guy gets tentacled, so he'll stay there. Oof. So my goal here as well is, I mean, if I had a full team, I might be able to sort of stop him from scoring. I could have risked having the line a little closer together, which I start doing a bit later. But with the lack of players, going the full 8 turns was probably less than realistic, so. And you'll see I've really started to slow him down. And the way that we're situated, he kind of doesn't want to risk going round this way because it gives my back line a good opportunity to like counter strike him, so he kind of has to keep going forwards. That's big because that helps me here. So obviously my wings are light, like he can blitz through them, but again it's just potentially more effort than it's worth. So now really I've tightened up here. I'm really trying to slow him down. I want to get it down to like turn 14, turn 15 score. That'd be perfect. Arguably I could have been this close a bit further up and maybe I could have gone the whole hog, but puts more players at risk. Like I'm only doing this now because I have to. I've got my 1 reroll. So I think I dodged there, and I think actually what I should have done was blocked him back, but hey ho, you live and you learn. Yeah, so I don't move these, I don't need to. You know. He dodges out, I think I roll it. Yeah. But I fall over anyway, which makes me feel great. And he gets stunned. But that's fine. That's fine. Because it's happening over there, it's not the end of the world. I maybe shouldn't have used my reroll, like that might not have been worth putting the reroll on. But, eh. This is getting very close to the edge of my pitch, which is not good. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, I can get one more turn, so I blitz him back. Push him off. I should have done that the turn before. That's fine. Now I'm going to sit him behind. I've got my sort of last defense. Yeah, I think I was a bit too passive at particular times. I could have been a bit more aggressive on my defense, but it's fine. I'm doing it now. And yeah, I've slowed him right down. Put that guy there rather than there because I'm trying to encourage him, discourage him from going through this room. Look at that guy move. One letter. Gets the shove. That's fine. But at this point I don't have the space to effectively defend. Not without risking my guys getting thrown off the pitch. I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to blitz him back. 2-0 up, so I'm going to just move out of the way. my guys out, dodge. Oh yeah, and then I'm moving back there because obviously I don't want him pushed off the pitch. And then, yeah, so obviously it's going to be his touchdown, so. Yeah, but that's an Elven defence. Now maybe he could have eked out an extra turn if I'd been slightly smarter about it, but I still think he would have got the goal. And there you have it. That is an Elven defence. So my guy gets back up, and you know, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I can go for the third touchdown here. It's definitely within the realms of possibility. I've got 2 turns, no rerolls, but I've got 2 turns. I think I was going for like an aggressive flank, so I put all of my catches here, I think. Yeah. Now, obviously, unfortunately for me, there's riots who lose a turn, so I'm not getting anything. I think I just facilitate the catch. Yeah, just an extra star player point here. There you go. And I end the game. So, you know, that's my first game, which is pretty cool. I think, you know, I probably deserved a 1-1 draw, but I'll take the 2-1 win. You know, sometimes that's how the ball goes. You get the right dice at the right time. But I hope that Elven defense looked as cool for you as it looked to me when I was doing it. Yeah, that's all from me. I'm Nassim, and tell you about us.